Hello, boys, girls, and others. My name is Master Janglypoof with...
K Slash.
Oh,
What's up,
yeah,
guys?
and we're finally back with the lowest quality camera you've ever seen. His is way better than mine. I honestly don't know what's up with mine. It's just so unbelievably awful. I don't have any excuse. It's just bad. That's all I could say. But yeah, so K Slash and I are back after a very long time of not doing anything on YouTube. So yeah.
We're back. It's party time. Yeah. And Master Joe was busy over there. Very important stuff, with his Deku Smash My Hero Academia shirt. It's very important.
Yes. Read it.
Yeah.
Smash.
I mean, I guess we could give reasons why we've been gone, but I don't think anyone really cares.
Adult things. Maybe.
Yes, a lot of
Maybe.
I say all I say is a lot of work for me, honestly.
Yeah,
It's just
same
been
here.
work. So, and I'm pretty sure that's what it's been for Master Jigglypuff.
Work in Pokemon
Lots
Go.
of work. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Work in Pokemon Go. Yeah, I mean, like I literally just finally got to a point where I can finally actually be making some money, and I could actually do this pack battle today with Master Jigglypuff. So.
Well, yeah, my dude.
So, setting myself goals now and trying to get my money up higher and hopefully getting away from a certain job that I'm still stuck in. But we're not here to talk about personal life right now. We're here for the packs.
Oh yeah. We got a nice assortment of stuff, except not really because I only have Unified Minds. But
I have a few Unified Minds and Unbroken Bonds. I was going to get all Unbroken Bonds, but they only had 12 left, so I got 3 more. We actually both opened 5 before doing the stream, because Master Jigglypuff didn't feel like giving me a handicap for one of the packs.
I did get that though. I did get that. It's a Solin's GX. Good old Solin's.
Yeah.
Wow, you really can't see anything on this camera. That is so bad. Okay. Good to know.
I mean, just take it slow and steady and...
It's nice 20 FPS. I love it. I swore it was better before. I just kind of degraded. Oh well.
I mean, I think it might just be the lighting, honestly. I wonder if that might be it.
Probably. I need to get better lighting. Well, without further ado, do you want to get into these packs and see what we get?
Yes. Who should go first?
So we gotta show the camera the thing, or should we just open the pack and then show what we get? Is that a thing we should do, or?
Maybe. I just feel like if we don't show it, then people are gonna lose interest pretty quickly, and then unless we want to get through it quickly and we want to do a pack battle or something like that.
So what if we did this? Now bear with me because this camera's awful. What if we put it to our setup as we usually do for battling? Oh, there's Deku again. And what if we did it like this and showed it this way? That way we're not
Yeah.
Does that sound better?
Idea.
Okay.
I'll go ahead and prep myself as well. And I'll actually go ahead and grab my 3 Unified Minds that I have right now. And I'll grab the Unbroken Bonds afterwards. So I'll just grab those, big beautiful stack those, and put them over here whenever we're ready for them. I'll go ahead and choose this one first.
Oh, let me get another Giratina then. There it is. Okay. Well, I guess
so here we go.
Let's just do it at the same time. Why not? First pack.
Alright, shoot. The first pack, Unified Minds, Mewtwo versus Giratina pack. Which, if I'm not mistaken, those two are probably the luckiest packs.
I think so. Yeah, I'd say so.
Yeah. And, got a Sukkiko card, so I probably got Sukkiko. Now, do we want to show them one at a time, or do we just go?
I'm going to slow roll it, but I'm not going to show anything. I'm not really going to worry about... Ooh, I got a Slacking Hollow.
I got a Gumshoe Hollow. Or reverse hollow, excuse me.
Is that a rare?
So, yes, it's a rare.
Alright, that counts as points. I put the point system up on the screen so they can see.
Yeah. So I've got one, and I have a non-tree, so nothing there. Got an ear-ringing bell. I'm not sure if that's
Ooh.
actually any good in play.
Earringing Bell is the best card in format.
Is it really?
No.
I shouldn't have. You're just messing with me.
Yeah.
Don't get me
All right.
excited.
Second pack, my dude.
Alright, here we go. Second pack. 25 mines. So right now, Master Jigglypuff's leading by 1, so not a bad start for either of us.
Yep.
At least I got something for our starts. And I gotta make sure I get these code cards to Daniel because he is playing a very, very big Pokemon TCG Online opening, so not necessarily for any particular channel or anything. But yeah. Oh dear goodness. Oh no, the Pokemaniac.
But he's so good. Such a good card. Well, I actually got a Hoopa Hollow.
Oh, nice.
Pretty good. I needed more of him.
Yeah, if you're running heavy Pokemon, he's good. Oh, I've never seen Karate Bell.
Actually, I run that in Rampardos, but you never saw it. So I didn't get it.
Oh, gotcha. That explains why it didn't take so much for you to build into it.
Yeah.
Okay, third pack of the Unified Minds.
Yep.
My last pack of Unified Minds. His third. So.
And I got a poop
So
code.
Master Jigglypuff still has 3 to he has 3 to my Uno. And that's going to be still Uno. Ooh, but I got a Recycle Energy. That's
There you go. Yeah.
So,
I think
I'm
some
not sure how well
Porygon.
that works in format, but
Did you see the newish Porygon Z? The special energy rain. Pretty much you can attach as many special energies during your turn as you want. Well, if you haven't, that exists, and I think it's playing that. Is Porygon Z playing Recycle Energy, Alex? Fair enough. Okay, we don't know.
I think it was in Burning Shadows.
is that Emperor Empoleon?
It is in fact
That's what I thought.
just chilling.
So I'm just pulling out the codes ahead of time, so I don't have to scavenge through them later. So.
Hello, Lucas. Welcome to the stream.
Who joined us?
Lucas,
Lucas.
good old Admiral Flade.
Hello, Lucas. Admiral Flagon joins. Okay, on to the first Unbroken Minds for me.
Unbroken Mind.
They say Unbroken Minds.
Yep.
Unbroken Minds. You can't break these minds. They're too unbroken. I don't know how to word that.
And I did.
I too much of this carbonic.
I got a reverse rare Honchkrow.
About
it.
Yeah, nothing for me.
Eh.
So
Well.
that's all right. It's all right. Still early in the pack.
Yep.
Still early. Besides, I already said that this is like the worst to try to get good pulls from the Machamp and Marshadow.
Yeah.
So,
Those are awful.
Yeah. So let's see if we got anything here. Nope. Nothing. Nothing stuff. Ooh, got a stuffy hood.
Got a Meloetta non-hollow. Huh.
So you've got 4 points right now?
5.
5? Okay.
Yeah.
Still anyone's game. Still anyone's game.
Yeah,
Still
yeah.
early. Now I'm starting to think I do need that.
I got another green code, so reverse stadium nav. No points, but cool, I guess.
Nope. Nothing for me. Sadly.
Same here.
So we're almost out of the Unbroken Minds, Machamp and Marshadow. So
Well, that's good.
hopefully we'll be seeing better polls soon.
Got a reverse giant bomb.
Yeah, I got a reverse Haunter. Definitely gonna be using that for my Gengar for sure.
In your inevitable Gengar deck.
Yeah, inevitable, exactly. I always have to build a Gengar deck, people. If you don't know me, but I know the one person right now that is watching our stream, we might have one. Whoa, This was pre-open.
There's a chance. Wait, there's a chance it might be crimped. If it's crimped, ooh.
It does not feel crimped.
Dang.
So, wait a minute. Hold the phone. Wait. Whoa. Whoa.
What?
Hold up.
Whoa, whoa, what?
Hold up.
What?
There's no code card in this pack.
Oh?
Nope. No code card.
How did that happen?
I don't know. Now I'm just concerned if I even got anything in this pack. Okay, nope, the rare is still there. Okay, good. That's all I was concerned about. Because I got Unbroken Bonds. I got an Unbroken Bonds EBT one time, and two of the packs were like two of the rares were replaced with energies. So I got 2 energies per pack.
So
Currency.
your Dragonite deck.
Yes.
I just pulled a non-GX, non-holo Dragonite that would be really good in it.
Oh, the holo, you mean?
It's a non-holo.
Wait, what pack are you on? I kind of lost track.
Unified Minds. Its
Yeah,
ability.
no, I mean, like, what number?
Oh, I don't know.
Ugh,
I'm not sure.
gosh.
Alright,
Yeah.
let me open my
This
next
still
pack.
lasts the Machamp and Marshmallow, though, so
Okay.
hopefully we'll see something better. Yeah, nothing there. So,
Yay, a reverse Pikachu.
Yay! So, okay, so I'm going to stop us real quick. 'Cause
Yeah.
We've gone through these pretty fast already. So, if I understand correctly, you have 5 still?
5 packs? Yeah, 5 points?
Yeah, and I
Yeah.
still have 1, so
Yeah.
that's fantastic. So, note to all you peoples out there, if you see Marshadow and Machamp, don't get the pack.
Don't buy them. Yeah.
It's not worth it. Alright.
Jeez, I have gotten
Uh,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I've gotten 8 green codes in a row.
We got a good code card on here, so we might
You
have
got
something
this.
good here. Oh, we got something very good. Oh, what?
What is it? Secret. You got the secret Pokegear, my dude.
Secret Rare Pokegear 3.0. That is so going in my deck.
Sleeved
Oh my
though,
goodness,
right?
Yes. Yeah, yes, I'm going to play it unsleeved. Oh,
Yeah.
No.
Well, you're now in the lead. By 1.
I'm in the lead
Yep.
by 1.
Yep.
So,
6
okay,
to
so I have
5.
6 points and you have 5 points?
Yep.
Okay, cool. Well, the Secret Rare definitely makes it worth it. Oh no. This is another pre-opened.
Herobrine Max.
Have a Coke.
Herobrine Max says, "Bye, kids.
We
Don't
don't
forget to take your medicine."
There is no code card in this. Oh dear, I'm scared. Hopefully we still. Oh no, and it's in the wrong order. Oh dear. Oh no.
I got a white code card for once.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. The rare and the code card are missing from this pack.
Really?
Yeah.
Do they like loose packs or?
I don't know. Like, I mean, like.
Well, did you buy them from that card shop?
No, I bought them Walmart.
Oh, weird.
And it's concerning the fact that my rare from this pack is missing as
And the
well
code
as the
card.
code card. So
I feel like that's
yeah.
foul play.
Foul play. But that makes me so mad. Like that's like the 4th pack though that I've gotten right now. That I've got 5th. Yeah, it's the 5th pack so far I've gotten that has had no rare and no code. So, just a note to you, Pokemon. You have Pokemon. How many packs you got left, Chris?
I have 4, including the one in my hand.
Okay.
And just so you know, I
ahead of you.
got a Giratina Hollow from that last pack.
Okay.
so up to
So
7.
you're at 7 then?
Yep.
Okay. So you have 4 packs now?
Yep.
Okay. Well, this is my 4th pack that I'm opening right now. So
Same here.
So I'll go ahead and go ahead and show mine. I probably didn't get anything because it was a bad code card. So, oh,
Jeez.
got another Stealthy Hood.
I got a Cherish
And
Ball,
a
a Tag Switch, and a Latios GX. Out of that pack. Jeez.
What'd you get?
I got a Tag Switch, a Cherish Ball, and the Latios GX from that pack.
Dang, that's good. Alright, I'm on to the best packs. This is one with the Gardevoir.
Yep.
So hopefully this is gonna be the big chance for me. Hopefully, we'll see how it goes.
Alright, I'm gonna slow roll this one. So we got a Noibat,
Okay.
got a Sneasel, got a Mounsweet, Joltik, Salandit, Grass Energy, Giant Bomb, Bug Catcher, Mesprit, Reverse Dratini, and a Full Art Channeler.
Dang.
Jeez.
I wanted to look up just for a second. Oh, that looks good. Well, I gotta get a code card, so let me see if I got anything. I'm on my third. Are you on your third pack? Or
Yep,
no?
that was my third. Yep.
That was your third?
Yep.
So you have 2 left?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'll go ahead and do mine real quick.
Okay.
See if we got anything. We got a Reds challenge.
There you go. 2 points.
Oh, and a Greens exploration.
There you go. Beautiful.
Let's say, not bad, not bad. Okay, so, well, let's see, you got ahead of me at one point, and then I got ahead at one point, and then now you're ahead by 3 points?
I believe so, yes.
Yeah. So that means I am going to have to get some pretty stinking good pulls in these last 2 packs. Let's hope and pray. Probably not. We'll see what we get here, though.
Dragonite GX. Jeez.
Got Dragonite GX? Damn.
Yeah, these last few packs are loaded.
There's my 6th triple acceleration energy.
Nice.
Oh yeah, I forgot to check if the reverse in that was... Okay, no. I just realized I haven't been paying attention to that. Oops. I don't think so, though. I don't think I missed anything. Oh, I did. I missed an Arcanine.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Reverse solid. That was the one with the Pokegear Secret Rare.
Oh, yeah.
So that was an easy miss. Okay, so I was 2 points behind you, but now I'm... How many points? 5?
So you have 7 right now, I think? Or, wait.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I have
9 points.
right now.
2, 4, 6, 7, 10, 13, 17 points?
You have 17 points?
Yeah.
To my 9.
Yeah.
Well, and this is the last pack, so sadly I've already lost. But let's see if we can't get anything amazing from this last pack. We'll see. Bad code, so probably not. So.
I got a back code, too.
Yep, nothing.
Dang.
So that's sad. I mean, I did pull the Secret Rare Pokegear 3.0. So,
Yeah, dude,
I mean,
jeez. That... I don't know how much that card is these days, but it's not cheap.
Yeah, I would say it probably isn't. I mean, if it's worth the trade, I might be willing to trade that for a Greens exploration. Full art. I mean, not regular. So, okay.
Yeah.
So, what was in your last pack?
What?
What'd you get in your last pack? Did you
Poop.
get anything or no?
I got poop.
Okay. All right, then we'll bring it back up. Yeah. So, it's quite clear that Master Jigglypuff has taken the clear victory from this game. Even if I was to include this card that I got from one of my other packs, that he still would have beaten me with the cards that he got. So the victory goes to Master Jigglypuff. So give a round of applause for Master Jigglypuff. There you go.
Thank you. I appreciate it very much.
And Kale for a good try, but just,
Very respectable. Very respectable.
Just a clap. That's will say though, I was kind of hoping I would get a little more.
Yeah.
We have an intruder.
Carter.
Intruder.
There's a wild
intruder.
Carter.
Intruder. Get out. Get lost.
YouTube police, help!
So, see, now what probably would have been a little bit more worth if this was a full art. That would have been really nice.
Yes.
Have a Reds Challenge full art. That would have been really nice. Because I do want to get a Red Challenge full art, and I want to get a Greens Exploration full art. So.
Yep.
Whoa. my computer just decides that, okay, time to go to sleep. I'm like, no.
Don't. Please don't do that.
Yeah. Ah, man. It's kind of sad, though. I mean,
Yeah.
20 packs.
For not a lot.
Yeah, that was pretty bleh.
Mm.
Oh well.
Yeah.
Better luck next time, right?
Yep. We'll have to maybe do a rematch.
I mean, to be fair, I pulled 4 GXs from 10 packs one time. So.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you know. I mean, to get the secret rare, I won't complain about that. So.
Mm-hmm.
One full art would have just really sealed the deal. You know?
I know, dude.
So, but
Oh, well.
I'll probably just get them online.
Yeah.
After this, I literally got it just so I could get get cards I need. I honestly don't even think I got any of the trainers I needed besides the Pokegear 3.0 full art.
Really? Jeez.
Yeah, I don't think so. I got a lot of Pokemon. Also, I was missing cards. Just to note.
Let,
missing
maybe
a
we
rare.
shouldn't even count that because that could have like with the code card and the rare being missing, I almost wonder if like.
Yeah, I just want to know how does that happen?
Yeah, that is really weird.
Because here's the thing: there's only one way that could have happened.
Let's
And
either
it's not just someone clean cutting the pack open because like it's in those things. It's in like the cases.
Yeah.
And stuff like that.
well, it could something that I thought about is that in like the factory, the rare you get coincides with the code card, so maybe the machine slipped up on a few of those packs, and you're supposed to get a good card. And
Yeah, I
because
feel
you're
like
getting a good
I'm
card,
missing several good
yeah,
cards.
because you're just gonna get a good card. It was a white code, but neither of them got put in for some reason. So, I mean,
yeah.
I guess we have video
mean-
proof, but
I mean, yeah. I'm just like, hey, Pokemon. That's 5 for me. That's 5. I've run into no code, no rare. So
yeah, especially if no one even like broke into the pack before.
yeah. Well, because
Yeah.
like that's the weird part is that it's over the casing, so that means someone in the store couldn't have just like sliced
Yanked
it
it.
open.
Yeah,
That means someone either in the factory had to have done it, or like I said, as you said, machines slipped up.
yeah. So,
But either way, yeah, but it was
Yeah.
fun though.
Yeah. a lot of packs.
Just wish I got some better pulls. I might go on Amazon later on and get myself what I rightfully deserve.
Yes, sir.
My green exploration full art.
Yep.
My Reds Challenge full art.
In the blue.
I do need to get blue. Of course, I'll probably be getting more unified mines and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because there's still a lot at the store right now.
Mhm.
They got a new shipment of those.
Oh, nice.
We don't have any more Unbroken Bonds in either of the Walmarts anymore. I kind of
Dang.
bought them.
And no
Yeah.
Buzzmosas either?
Huh?
No Buzzmosas in them?
Buzzmosas?
Buzzwolf Fairmosa?
Oh, no.
Dang.
No.
Oh,
I don't even
well.
think there was a tag team in any of those. I think it was just the Venomoth, the Blastoise. I can't think of any others. But either way,
Yeah.
you know. What are you gonna do?
Yep.
So, but I mean, hey, if Pokemon wants to, send me some packs to, or maybe even just, make it those cards that I'm wanting. And you know, that'd be
Hit him up.
awesome.
The link to his YouTube channel is
I
in the
would
description.
appreciate it. Like if they literally just sent me like, we're sorry that you were missing a rare. Here's a Greetings Exploration full art. Then
Just slide into the door. It'll be okay.
it's like, see, that'll be good for me. That'll be good for me.
Yeah.
So, but okay, so yeah, we got through the pack battle. Kind of a slaughter, also kind of sabotage.
Yeah.
Not on Master Jigglypuff's part, but on the factory. The factory. I want to say the factory because we don't know
Yeah.
if it was the factory that actually took the code card in the factory.
No.
So.
No.
Because it's just weird for it to be that specific.
Yeah, I know.
No cards are missing.
I know.
So.
It is really weird.
Yeah, but I'm gonna be sad for Daniel because like he was gonna be getting 20 code cards. Now he's only getting 15.
Yeah.
So.
Hmm.
But anyways, so how are we looking? Let me see who's all in our current. If I can get out of my full size. There we go. It's like, where's the button? Okay, so let's see. Well, we got. Let's see. Looks like we got Lucas Worden, and then we got Hero Brian 854035 Max. So yeah. Don't worry. I don't think any of us forgot to take our medicine. So.
I did.
Poor Master Jigglypuff. Always forgetting to take his meds. Anyways. So I guess we'll go and move on to our next topic. I don't think we've gotten too far. I mean, we did go through those packs fairly fast.
Yeah. Like a little over 20 minutes.
Yeah, just a little over 20 minutes. Yeah, that's about right. Yeah. That's weird. Does it backwards? Yeah.
Yeah.
So we got about halfway through the stream. So, alright. Yeah. So, yeah, I went back and through the cards. I didn't get a single Pokemon communication or I think what was the other card I was needing? Well, I guess I can't say I didn't get a Pokegear 3.0. I mean, I got Secret Rare, but you know, that's all right.
Well, Pecons are in team up actually.
The
Pokemon communication.
Oh, the Pokemon communications. Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
I'll have to pick up some team up packs then.
Yeah.
So.
Get some more P-Chroms. It'll be great.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I'm anti-meta build. Master Jigglypuff knows this very well. I don't like to build meta decks.
Mr.
I
Venomoth.
like to build... Yeah.
Mr. Venomoth.
Hence my Venomoth, which we might have found a way to actually make it work very, very well. But I honestly would prefer to keep it secret if, you know, we can.
Yeah.
If possible. So. Yeah. So I guess did we want to go over like deck profiles and stuff like that of like some of the meta decks, or did we want to go over some of the decks that we are currently running right now?
That's a good question. What do you want to do?
I'm good with either. I mean, cause like, I mean, like, there's mine, and I like it. And it's not that I don't want to talk about it. I actually do.
Yeah.
But at the same time, though, I would rather keep it secret because you know.
I'm just kind of sad right now about how bad my camera is. I never realized how just awful it is. I'm just like thoroughly depressed right now. So.
Were you moving back and forth with your head? Because I couldn't tell.
Yeah, I know. It's a problem. So I could show off some of the decks I've got and we could talk about them, but they can't see the decks. So that's great. Also, it occurred to me I have too many decks built.
Well, to be fair, you play this more than I do, and probably got way more packs than I have. So.
That's true, but it's no excuse for the amount of BS that I have built.
Like, good pulls or
No, just decks that I have built for reasons.
just decks built? Yeah. Well, while you're getting that set up, I guess I could talk a little bit about my Venomoth deck. I probably won't go into too much detail about it, but I mean,
Yeah.
I feel like for the most part, it's pretty cut and dry, like what the plan is about the deck.
Mhm.
Obviously, I'm gonna keep my main strats secret, but
Yeah.
basically the deck obviously runs around Venomoth, and currently right now, I guess that's fine if I talk about how it's currently being run because it's not the finished deck. But right now, I'm running 3 Venomoth GXs with 4 of the Venonats with the Radar ability. Is it Radar Eyes, I believe?
Yeah, Radar Eyes. Oh god. What is going on? Gone
Why
away.
is your camera acting up again?
No, we're good. It's okay.
Alright. But I am all, other than that, I'm running 4 Shuckle, and I'm running 1 Pheromosa GX, and then a Leafeon GX with 2 Eevees, because I only have 1 Leafeon GX right now. So, but, I mean, as from what I've seen of it so far, the Leafeon and Eevee are not really worth it, from what I've play tested. I mean, Master Early Plebs can definitely vouch for this, since the one game that we actually played where I actually got the Leafeon GX, yeah, wasn't so worth it. Oh, it was not the best.
Yeah.
To be fair, I did Drew, so.
Mhm. And too bad I'm not surprised.
Yeah, I mean, I'll give it another shot, but you know.
Yeah.
Not necessarily. Also, from how the deck's planning to be run, which like I said, I'm not revealing, that set of the Leafeon and the Eevees might become obsolete to be put into the deck.
Right.
If I'm completely honest, the only cards that are going to be making it to the final deck, as of right now, is the Venonats, the Venomoth GX, and the 4 Shuckles.
Mhm.
And the freshly squeezed Shuckles, if anyone was wondering which.
Dude, I love my Shuckles freshly squeezed.
Yeah. But the.
Can you freshly
reason I'm
squeeze my
running
Shuckles?
You and the bad joke.
Can I squeezed Shuckle?
I mean, you could squeeze a Shuckle. I'm not sure how well.
Can I squeeze your Shuckles?
No, do not go there.
I need you to ride your bike to my house so I can give you a Chuck E. Cheese token.
Chuck E. Cheese token.
And a strange,
What?
and a strange aluminum coin with a fish on it. Please, can you do this for me?
No, since I literally live more than just a bike ride away.
But
when I used to live where you live, I mean, I guess that people know where you live, don't they? At least the state.
Oh wow, BTGO is like Discord adaptable. That's interesting.
Wait, what is it?
It shows Discord stuff in PTCGO. I didn't know that. Or maybe it's a Discord thing that does in general. I don't know. Anyway, what were you saying? Sorry.
No, it's fine. Anyways, what I was just saying was that I think people know where you're, like, what state you live in.
I live in Ohio, Canada.
You don't live in Canada.
I wish I lived in Montreal.
When I lived in the area that Master Studio used to live in, or where I guess I used to live, excuse me. Yeah, I could have ridden my bike to his place, honestly. But I never thought about doing it because I would have to go across a main road to get there. And that always concerned me.
Yeah.
I was a scared little boy.
Dude, I'm always a scared little boy.
And it's the intruder again. Get out here, intruder. Be gone.
Be gone. I never thought I'd hear him say thought. See what I said? See what I did there?
Yes. And don't worry, he knows what. Oh,
Hey K Slash, I want your Naganadel full art.
my what?
I want your Naganadel full art.
Oh, you want it?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'd probably be willing to give it up. I might check it first before I just hand it over willy nilly.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's not a terrible ability, but I mean, I guess you could run it as the new Zoroark, but I mean, that's it.
Anyway, I keep interrupting you. Tell us more about your deck interview, Sama.
Oh yeah. So anyways, so the deck, basically how it's planned out is that the freshly squeezed Shuckle is basically meant to get me energies in the discard pile, so that whenever I use its attack, energy drink, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
It will be able. I'm able to put 2 energies onto my bench Pokemon in any way I like. So that essentially can either get me started for a setup for 2 of my Venomoths, or it can get me pretty much set up for a Venomoth next turn. And since it's an attack, that's where I would need it to be anyways. So
Yeah.
it all depends on the situation, especially if you're running into like faster decks, then you definitely have a Venomoth ready. It doesn't matter how many you have ready, you just need to make sure you have one ready, because if you do, you're going to have to be cycling lots and lots of energy just to try to keep yourself afloat, and that won't be good for you. But basically, the plan off of that deck is just so that you have Venomoths. The idea, anyways, is to just have it where you have Venomoths left on the deck or on the play area, so that you can either so that way you always have Venomoth at the ready, whether it's one on the bench, one on the active.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, I've noticed just from what little experience I've gotten to play with Master Jigglypuff, the deck actually runs better the less Pokemon I have in the bench, which is good, because I mean it helps for sure from like preventing my opponents from sniping, because I actually found that to be the most effective way to run this deck. And that sounds risky, but because of what the Venomoth GX's attack does, I don't really have to worry about that. That is, if I'm running into basics and stuff like that. Because if I play Janine, one of the support cards in the set, then I can prevent all damage done to this Pokemon from any basic Pokemon. So that means I can't get hurt by the Pokemon, won't be affected by any of the effects. Basically, you can't hurt Venomoth if you have basic Pokemon. So, kind of like the whole Jolteon EX situation.
Yeah.
So, but what does make it better, though, is it has a second ability along with it whenever you use Koga's Trap. And what that allows you to do is it allows you to deal an extra 90 damage from its already 110 damage that it does. So essentially, you're going to be hitting for 200 damage plus the poison damage, so you'd be hitting for 210 a turn.
Yes.
If you pulled that off. Now, the only way that I've actually found this to be most effective for this deck in particular, and that is actually to start out losing, whether it's on purpose or just because you're trying to get set up.
Mm-hmm.
Because the deck, because if you're losing, then you can play Lieutenant Surge's strategy, which I'm pretty sure by this point everyone knows what that card does. But if you don't know what it does, then it allows you to play 3 spores on your turn.
Lieutenant Surge's Splooge.
I don't know what that is. But anyways,
I haven't heard of Lieutenant Surge's Splooge.
Can I talk about my deck?
No. Not allowed.
But
Not
anyways,
allowed.
you can.
Not allowed. Not allowed. Not allowed.
allowed?
You're not allowed.
I'm not allowed? Oh, okay.
Nope.
But anyways, if you play that card, then you play the Janine and the trap on the same turn,
Mhm.
which will allow you to deal the 210 damage, and basics still can't hurt you. So, yeah. And if you're facing tag teams, well, guess what? You only need to knock out 2 tag teams, and you can pretty much ensure that victory as long as you're playing Janine every turn. So, yeah, which I have a full playset now, which I'm glad I grabbed that one Janine that was in the entire box of stuff when I went to vintage stock, because
there's only one. There's
only one. Well, like it's like a 10-cent cards or 50-cent cards.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, there was only one. They don't have the best stuff. Like those, honestly, those beast rings was a rare sight, as well as the metal goggles secret rare.
But I thought they're vintage stock. They're supposed to have stuff like that.
You'd think. But and there's 2 in my area, so that's why.
Okay.
I think they have trouble getting. So I think Missouri's just really bad about getting good cards. Because I just noticed that if there's ever a good card, there's usually one of it, and then matter of seconds it will be gone.
Yep. I hate it when that happens in Missouri.
You don't even live in Missouri.
You don't know that.
Yeah, I do. I built you a house.
Don't at me, bro. I'll Missouri your Missouri faster than your sister can say digestion problems.
Say what?
Don't at me, brother.
Okay. But yeah, so basically that's kind of the gist of the deck, is basically just to get Venomoth set up and basically force the opponent where basically they can watch as they slowly die. A cruel and painful death.
Would you say that Venomoth forces them to experience a cruel sun?
I feel like there was a joke there and I just didn't get it.
What did you say it was? Did you say it was a joke?
I said, was it a joke?
Did you say that? Did you say it was a joke?
I mean, was it supposed to be a joke?
Are you saying that what I said is a joke is a fact?
I don't know what you even particularly said.
Who decided that?
I'm very lost right now.
Anyway, moving on. Oh, poop.
So that's all I have for decks right now. I mean, I have a Dragonite deck, but I haven't even gotten to play this yet, so I don't even know how that's going to be running. So I have an idea, but other than that, not really much. So, Master Jigglypuff, why don't you share maybe a few of your decks, and then maybe we could look at some of the meta decks and everything like that.
Well, I have, I believe, either all or most of like the best decks in the format built currently. The only one I don't have built yet is Mewtwo Box, but that one is coming soon. I just have to put in the effort to building it. Pretty much, it's kind of like what's that other deck? I don't think there's ever really been a deck quite like Mewtwo, but pretty much it just copies. Okay, it feels very similar to how the old Mew EX feels, but way better, different stuff and things. So you just run like a ton of other GX cards, and then Mew and Mewtwo tag team can just copy anything that they do. And you just add so many good GX cards that you could do anything and win, and that's pretty much the extent of the deck. Pretty straightforward. I just have to, though it isn't easy to pilot either. I would say there are definitely a lot of big decisions you have to make.
Right.
but it could
Like, it's
definitely.
straightforward, but like making a poor choice and decision on a turn can really.
Oh yeah, no.
mess
If you
up.
if you screw up on a certain turn, like you could just, it'll just be over. So
GG, right?
right, and it is a fun deck to play. I don't know how it is to play against because I haven't played against it much, but it is. I can tell you, it is a time. Next up,
I don't think I faced your Mewtwo deck yet, so.
I don't have it built yet. I gotta build it still.
Gotcha.
I think I'm pretty sure I have all the cards now to build it. I just have to do it. So in an off deck that I have, which I learned later on, a version of it, so it's my fossil box deck. Thankfully with the new Pokemon Research Lab, that lets you search your deck for Pokemon that evolved from an unidentified fossil and put them onto your bench. They're good. They're good now. They are a nice thing, and I wouldn't say it's good, like not really good, but it's definitely like feasible. It's the best it's ever been, and at least has like the highest chance of doing stuff that it's ever had. So I'm definitely taking advantage of that right now. Pretty much it bases around Rampardos, its first attack does 60 plus 60 if the opponent's active is an evolution Pokemon, and its second attack for 3 fighting, if your opponent's active Pokemon is a basic, it's just straight up knocked out. And with all the tag teams going around, you do that twice and you win. That's it. So
yes,
it's very.
I got to experience that, not like with tag teams, but I got to experience that firsthand.
Yeah.
Much
So
you know,
it's.
if I see him play that deck again, he will not. It's a snipe. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, Pheromosa will not be there.
Yeah.
So there's a few techs in there that I can talk about that I like playing. So of course we got the Rampardos. Surprisingly, fighting types have a decent amount of support right now. As you saw, he pulled in one of his packs. He got a Karate Belt, which says if the Pokemon, it can be attached to a fighting or any Pokemon, but if it's attached to a fighting Pokemon and you're losing, this Pokemon needs 1 less fighting energy to attack. So.
Yeah, which is pretty good. I mean, like it. Ability attack where it just one instant KO any basic. That means you only need 2 energy attached to that.
I'm pretty sure something just died. Oh.
Nothing died on my end.
We're good. If anyone's watching, please tell me if you sound like an alien for like 10 seconds there. It sounded really weird.
Yeah, it looks like we haven't gotten anyone new.
Yeah.
Also, I'm pretty sure the person who was on left. So.
Yeah.
That's good.
But anyway, so I focused on Rampardos. So between. Okay, and then I play one of the fighting stadium as well, which I think it makes your fighting Pokemon do 10 more damage, and then if you're losing, it does 40 more damage.
Yeah,
which
that sounds about right.
Which I didn't have a chance to use, but I did need it because Caleb did drew, or K// did drew.
It was great. I mean, either way works.
So that's fun. But what's cool is you don't only have to run Rampardos, you can also run other fossils. So I'm running a 1/1 line of Tortuga and Caracosta. Caracosta has an ability that makes it so your opponent's tool cards have no effect.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm running a 1/1 line of Omanite and Omastar, which Omastar says if your opponent has more Pokemon in play than you do, they're item locked. So thankfully your deck functions really well with not having a lot of Pokemon in play.
Yeah.
So that's good. So those are really good.
Deck? Are you talking about my deck or are you talking about your deck?
Well, like, your deck facing my deck.
Hmm.
So you don't play with a lot of bench Pokemon, you don't have to worry about Omastar item locking you.
Yeah, and I mean, obviously, I have type advantage with my Venomoth deck
Yeah.
on that. And honestly, I think that game could have been easily turned if I didn't dead Drew. And
For sure.
I was doing damage calculation, and since I would have gotten because you have 3 Rampardos set up,
Mhm.
but I was getting the first knockout with the Venomoth GX.
Yes.
And just by that alone, I would have killed all 3 of your Rampardos before you would have taken down my Venomoth.
Yeah.
Because of the choice helmet I have.
Choice Helmet only works when GXs are attacking you. So not...
Oh, that's right. I forgot. Yeah.
Thankfully.
So I would have lost. Okay. So
It definitely would have been
I
close.
mean,
If you would have gotten it, it definitely would have been way more close. But...
yeah, I've been closer. I mean, I had another Venomoth in my bench. So,
yeah.
And I probably could have gotten it ready if I really needed to.
Right.
So, but yeah, I think it'll work out pretty well.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
I think that's what's going to be the best for us is that because we're looking at the meta, and I feel like this is why I try to do off meta decks all the time. It's not to just be like, I don't want to do a meta deck. I mean, I've played some meta decks before, and honestly, some of them are not fun. Honestly, I played the Gardevoir GX, and it wasn't really that fun.
Yeah.
If I'm being freaking honest. Like, don't get me wrong, I love Gardevoir, but the way they made the deck, it was stupid busted.
Like,
I didn't even have the best cards for it.
Right.
It's
like,
just like, it was just bad in the sense that it was too good.
Mm-hmm.
So, it was just, oh my goodness. Because the cost was just too low.
Exactly.
Way too low. I mean, I get wanting to have faster gameplay, but if you're going to have good ability or good attacks, Rampardos, then you still have to set those boundaries with energies and stuff like that. Whether you've provided the energy support with items, trainers, and stuff like that, or not. Like, you gotta have that balance.
Well, before, like, Rampardos was nothing because it was a fossil, and fossils were not able to be gotten out. Like, it was just way too slow. But now that it's not, and now we have, like, Karate Belt and stuff like that, it's, like, really... It's not... Like I said, it's not good, but it's in its best position it's ever been in, so...
I mean, I think it could be doable. It's just, like, you really need, like, certain cards to really pull it off.
Mm-hmm.
I honestly wonder if it'd be possible. Like, I wonder if you were able to like run a Pokemon that could hold its own until like you got Rampardos out.
Well, that's the thing. Is I am kind of like your deck, where I'm okay with losing in the beginning, because it activates my Stadium and it also activates Karate Belt. And I also do have a big bulky boy, which you didn't have a chance to see. I do play an Aerodactyl GX.
Oh, okay, cool. I have an Aerodactyl GX full art, by the way.
I might need to trade you for that.
Yeah, no, it's all right. Just be ready by now. Yeah, it's all right. We're good. We're good.
Welcome to the stream, Christian.
Chris says, "Welcome to the stream." Yeah, because we'll need to at least leave by 10 and be there by 10. So he's having to get school stuff, right? As we've talked about before. So.
Yeah. So yeah, you know what Aerodactyl does, but it's just really nice because it's really easy to blow something up with it. So like, if you're able to hit into something once, like let's say like a Reshizard, you do 120, or you can't knock it out, so you do like 60 to it. But if you're able to hit your Stadium or something like that, or if it already has any damage on it, you can just promote Aerodactyl, and if Reshizard has 4 energies on it, you just blow it up, and that's it.
Right.
So
with your deck with the Aerodactyl.
Mm-hmm. And the Aerodactyl's GX deck only needs 1 energy, so it's really nice.
But I'm assuming there's a certain like requirement to hit that though.
Yeah.
Damage. But, yeah. So I think do you want to look at some meta decks, or do you want to decks and everything for like profiles and stuff like that?
I do want to start doing more deck profiles, so I'll probably hold off on that. But another.
Yeah, maybe for another video.
Yeah, or another live stream that we can do sometime. We really should keep a schedule so we can like force ourselves to do stuff like this. If we're not able to upload, at least find a day out of the month or something that we can.
Yeah,
something
at
like
least
this.
at least one day of the month for sure. I definitely would like to, I would like to do that. So
Yeah.
I still remember when we used to do clan versus type.
Mm-hmm.
Those were great.
Yeah.
I think we actually recorded all of them, and then we only uploaded 2, and then uploaded the rest.
Yeah. I think we had like some quality issues. We were both like, we didn't make them as the quality as we wanted to, and like I don't know. I think you know what I mean. We want to make sure.
I think we really lacked the knowledge to be
At the
putting
time.
our to be putting our input onto like what those decks are, because I mean, I think because like the decks change as metas go on and stuff like that, and like obviously I feel like especially with like Vanguard, that one was a lot easier for me to do because they basically tell you what those decks their main focuses are and stuff like that. Whereas Pokemon, the main focuses of those decks change consistently. There are some consistencies, but like they're very small consistencies. Like grass has lots of healing. Water also has lots of healing.
But has a lot of like energy movement. Fire and psychic seem to always recharge energy. Stuff like that.
Yeah.
Electric likes to,
obviously, yeah. I was gonna say, so like obviously some similarities but not necessarily the same every time. So
yeah.
However, I will say though, because I feel like we wanted to talk a little bit about the meta currently, or like at least like what cards are being built, decks and everything like that.
Yeah.
Because like this is probably one of the biggest changes that we've had for basically the format of standard. Out of any of them.
Well, I mean, Ultra Ball is out of the format for the first time in like 5 years, and DC for no Ultra Ball for.
Yeah, I was saying
3 or 4.
If I remember correctly, you told me Ultra Ball was 5 years, and then DCEs were.
Oh yeah! Wait, let me find this real quick. Yeah,
I think
that's
probably the biggest deal of anything is that DCEs are out of
Jeez,
format.
yeah, DC is out of the format for the first time in 9 years. That's crazy.
Which it kind of sucks that I'm building a deck where literally it needs 1 grass and 2 colorless for it to use its attack.
Yeah.
And it's like, of course, this is the rotation that doesn't have a DCE.
I actually pulled a non-hollow Dragonite earlier. That'd be really good in Dragonite deck, by the way. It'd be really good to like Lance on the board. It has a Hurricane Charge. Once during your turn before you attack, you may attach a Water energy and an Electric energy, or one of each from your hand to your Pokemon in any way you like. So that's pretty good, but.
Yeah, I mean, if I can get a Lance, then I probably would run that. I just don't see it being used very much in my current deck build because I've got the 3 GXs and I've got the 1 4 Dratinis.
Yes.
So I could get it by Rare Candy, but at the same time, though, it's like a Rare Candy for just that, for that 1 turn. So, and I think that's one thing that when it comes to deck building, that's what I've learned is that like you can't just build cards that sound good. obviously any card you want to try out, you gotta test it consistently.
Yeah.
But like, I mean, I feel as though that that was a lot of the problems with some of my older builds with a lot of decks that I ran. Because I mean, one I can think of off the top of my head was like Wobbuffet.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it wasn't terrible,
Yeah.
but it didn't really do much for the deck other than stall.
Right.
And other than that, it didn't really do much for me in the overall build of the deck. And I mean, to be fair, this was when I was first. This was my very first national at Pokemon. Yeah, the Pokemon Nationals. So it's understandable. Some of my other decks that I've found it to be a problem. One being when I ran the Galvantula and the Gengar and stuff like that.
Right.
Which I still don't think it would have been a bad deck, but I think it was definitely one of those decks that it didn't have the cards to get what I needed fast enough to just really be just scaring people out of their minds about how quickly I'm just eliminating them. So,
yeah.
Of course, now we got Rampardos, so don't need that Gengar.
Yeah.
To be fair, the Rampardos, it has to be a basic Pokemon.
Yep.
And Gengar is just, they have 3 damage on them? Okay. You're dead.
Also, it was trying to punish me when you were trying to build that.
Yeah, and I think that was the main problem with that deck, is that it was just there was not enough fast enough build for it, and it like as much as I would do it still again, but I mean I think I've long left my I'm gonna force this to work, kind of feel.
Right.
Honestly, the only reason I built the Venomoth deck in the first place was honestly just to be a fun deck that I could play right now, because I had a full playset of that card. And after playing testing it with Master Jigglypuff here, we might actually have a legitimate build for it. We're still missing some cards for the build, but we might be able to pull that together pretty soon. So. I mean, I've already got a full playset of the one card I need, Janine. Now, if I could just get some Koga's traps, that would be really nice.
I do have some. I just gotta get them to you somehow.
Yeah. I have to do a trade by mail.
We gotta work out this trade. Well, now you got some cards I want. Wink.
Yeah, I know I have a few cards that you want, so. Which I will tell you right now, Master Jigglypuff, if you have a full art Green's Exploration up for trade,
oof.
This
That's
card will be yours.
That's a. You had me till the second half.
Don't tell me you have a full play set of those. You're gonna make me very jelly. You have a full playset, don't you? See, ladies and gentlemen, this is the trope of the classic Master Jigglypuff and Friend, and then K-Slash. They have everything, and the K-Slash is the poor little beggar that's just hoping to get good cards, because he can get good cards, but then always has to trade them away. I will give you this Pokegear 3.0 for all 3.
I don't know if that's enough.
I mean, I might give you a few other things, like a Naganado GX full art.
The
I
bougiest
think
of
you
beat 'em
wanted
ups.
the Aerodactyl full art.
I did.
So that's very much likely to be a. We'll see.
We'll see.
But anyways, trades aside.
Yeah.
Kind of went off topic because I realized that after PCs. but like we've noticed that and this is how I personally feel like trying to do right now with the current meta and everything. Is I really feel like they're trying to play off of, like, first off, I noticed there's a lot of cards out there now that involve when you're losing or when a Pokemon's knocked out and stuff like that. And I think it's because they realize that, oh wait, the player that's winning right now is getting more cards for winning, and the player that's losing is getting less cards for losing.
Yeah.
And so, from a game that starts out like this, it quickly goes to this or this, depending on who's winning at the time. And obviously, I'm not saying that people can't bring games back and everything like that, because that's always doable in card games. But I feel like because that was so strong that no one could really pull themselves back up after they start losing.
Right.
So, I mean, it's been done. I'm not saying that it hasn't been done, because I've seen people do it. But it's definitely a lot more difficult whenever you just don't have cards that help you in that way, or regard, that are really good. Like Lieutenant Surge's strategy, like that already just shows me that the Pokemon's like, oh hey, you're losing? Okay. Play 3 supporters of your choice, with one of them being this Lieutenant Surge's strategy. So I mean, yeah, I'll take that. And I'm really glad they didn't make that a prison, because it would probably still be played, but it probably wouldn't be as effective in decks, if that makes sense.
Yeah. No, for sure.
Because if that card gets discarded, then, well, it's in the loss zone.
And bad.
So, but, and like, I mean, Pokegear 3.0 is also, I feel like, a good sense that Pokemon's trying to be better about what I think they realize where they need to put their focus into the game, and I think they realize that a lot of people get stuck. Like, they get stuck, whether it be evolving or just getting Pokemon or cards that they need. Like Pokegear 3.0, which is probably one of the main cards that are going to be in like every deck, which I have no doubt about that in my mind.
Yeah.
Allows you to get supporters by checking the top 7 cards. And a lot of the times that's what a lot of players are looking for whenever they are stuck. They're looking for a supporter to either draw into a new hand or to get a certain card that they need into play, whether it be energy or Pokemon. And then they brought back Pokemon Communication and Team Up. And I don't think that's just mere coincidence that card was just added back into the meta, or not the meta, the standard. I mean, it's probably in the meta too, but because they realized that a lot of people would draw into the card, like a Pokemon that they can't use, and then that card just sits in their hand, and then it's just like, well, I guess I'm losing this game because I can't get the Pokemon I need. So, if only this Pokemon was the Pokemon that I need. So.
Yeah.
So, and I feel like just those cards in particular really shows that they're trying to do their best without giving too much power.
Yeah.
To keep games going smoother and allowing both players to enjoy it, instead of just one player just sitting on the other side and be like,
I'm a fax machine.
Yeah.
I'm winning.
Right.
God, fax machines are so hot.
I have no comment on that. Also, that's another thing I've noticed too, is that they've actually toned down on power. As, like, for example, the fact that now the card that you want to pull an opponent's Pokemon into the active, now you have to play 2 cards of that, and it's the only card that in format right now that does that is Custom Catcher, and the only way you do that is with 2 of it.
And
so
Ninetales.
Yeah, and there's no way to get items out of the discard pile, as far as I know. Do you know any cards that do that, Master Jigglypuff?
Nothing to hand. There's an Oranger that lets you shuffle 3 back into your deck, but other than that, not really.
Right, but that's an attack, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, so that would be pretty costly to do that. just to force a pull. I mean, you could do that if you had a guaranteed way to get it. I mean,
Right.
You could freaking looker. You're dead.
You're a looker.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. But yeah, so, but yeah, I think again the reason why there hasn't been any cards like that in the past, like Pokemon, being able to just be like, I want that card out so that I can kill, is a little busted.
Yeah.
Because every deck was running 4 Lysanders. Every deck was running 3 Mud. 3, was it 3 or was it, did they run sets of 4 for Guzma?
4.
What was it? They ran
3 or 4, depending on the deck.
3 or 4.
Well, because that's the thing. It was like, if a deck won by knocking anything out, it played less, but other decks would need to run more to focus on sniping rather than anything else.
Yeah, and if you ask me between Lysander and Guzma, I honestly think Guzma is worse to deal with than Lysander.
Yes.
Main reason being, like, because I think Pokemon, the original thought was, if we do this, it's going to be harder to play. And the reality is that they actually made it easier for them to play, especially with Tapu Koko. Just the Tapu Koko Hollow with no retreat cost was in format, and it was a decent card that could take a hit, and it was just free retreat. And it was like the only one at the time, and it was a basic, so.
Yep, and spread damage.
That's true. It also could spread damage, so I ran that in my game, but it didn't work out too well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just needed that immediate 3 damage. That was the problem with Meta. I think they're also trying, like, they haven't completely gone away from it because there's still decks that one shot. Clearly, you've shown that with your decks that you've been playing. But at the same time, though, I still feel like they're trying to make it where it's not just like one shot everywhere, and just whoever can do the most one-shotting in the fewest amount of turns wins. Like, I think they're really trying to pull away from that and try to actually make it feel more of like a battle. It's actually
crazy that they would do that.
Right? Actually make the game last more than 5 minutes.
Yep.
So, I don't want to take over the stream, so Master Jiglet on on the topic.
So, as you were saying about the one shot, I heard something fall. So on the topic of that, a lot of the meta right now seems to be a lot of Reshizard, which is of course blowing stuff up.
One-shotting.
Yeah. Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and look up
some of the
Never
top
mind.
tier ones right now.
Yeah.
Well, and I wonder if Pokemon, like, I'm not saying that they're doing this purposely. I mean, obviously, I feel like if anything, they're doing this purposely for Charizard and Reshiram, because Charizard, I make this argument a lot because it's kind of true. Pokemon, if you're watching this Pokemon, you do this. You pick your favorites and you try to make them the best cards so that they get put into champion decks. Don't lie to us. You do it. Greninja.
Well, the best decks in format right now are definitely.
What's that?
I hear a bunch of stuff keeps falling on your end.
Oh, it's just ice. Carter's getting ice.
Okay. So yeah, the best decks in format right now are Blacephalon GX, Reshizard GX, and Mewtwo GX. So Reshizard, it's just use Welder and Volcanion to get a bunch of energies on your board and then blow people up. Fun time. Blacephalon is a little more intricate, and I think is a very fun deck compared to Reshizard, where you use like Naganadel to charge energies and you do use Welder, but it's just way more versatile deck, and I really like it. Now it's teching the new Naganadel GX, and it's one sniping GX attack is crazy good. and everything in the deck can take advantage of B-String. So it's a lot of fun, but it also does a lot of blowing up. That's a lot of fun. And of course, Mew Mewtwo, I haven't played around with personally, but I've heard it's fun. And though, of course, plays Fire. All the top 3 decks are Fire, mostly because Welder is a really, really busted card. Just being able to get 2 extra attaches per turn is just crazy. And of course, Mew Mewtwo GX plays a new Charizard GX that just came out. It's the Charizard's GX attack is just 300 damage. That's it.
Okay.
So the Mewtwo just uses that to do 300 damage. So that's fun. Runner-up decks are like Pikachu Zekrom, which it's good. It's just it has a little trouble keeping up. But if it has like the perfect start, it can definitely pop off and win.
Yeah.
And a few other ones are there's some funner decks. Like there's a new I wouldn't put them in the same tier, but like what am I looking at? Oh, like Ultra Necrozma with Malamar, Giratina Garchomp with Malamar. All those are pretty good. And there's some non-GX Psychic decks going around. Those are fun. All just with using Malamar to recycle energy, do a bunch of damage, and like doing chip, sometimes one-shotting, sometimes like doing chip damage. So that's fun. And then there's some control decks, like there's a new Beheeyem that item locks. You know that Chaz loves that. And
oh yeah, honestly, I have no doubt the deck he's built.
It does 90 damage, and then your opponent's item locked, but then you shuffle the Beheeyem back into the deck. So that's fun.
I mean, at least they're doing it in a way that it's not like you have to keep playing a good consistency of cards to keep someone item locked. Like that's a little bit better.
Yeah,
but still,
right.
Is it the Beheeyem basic?
Nope. You have to evolve it.
Oh. It's a what?
It's a stage 1. So it's pretty balanced. It's just good. That's all.
Yeah.
And then of course there's a new fun, and then there's like anti-meta decks like there's a Pidgeotto stall. There's a Pidgeotto with an ability called Airmail. Once during your turn, you can look at the top 2 cards of your deck, put one into your hand, and either put the other one on the bottom of your deck or shuffle it. I think it's put it on the bottom. I think. It's kind of like just an acro bike, except you don't discard. And you play cards like Safeguard Alola Ninetales, which is nice. There's a few there's other cards you can do just to pretty much block whatever your opponent throws at you. So that's pretty fun. What else? I feel like I'm missing something else.
I don't know. You covered a good portion of decks.
Oh, and then I guess there's like other like rogue GX decks that I've been seeing around. Like there's like Dragonite GX, not a bad card. Those people. I'm dumb. Gardevoir Sylveon is pretty good now. I think it's A or S tier now. Doing really good in the meta where it just charges energy and then does a bunch of damage, stalls, takes a bunch of hits. So Fairy doing what it does best. And then of course there's like a few evolution decks. Like one of my favorite decks right now is triple stage 2s, which if you didn't know, in Lost Thunder? No. Yes, no. Team Broken Bonds? Some set. There's a new Meganium that has an ability that says once during your turn before your attack, you can choose a basic on your bench, and if you have a stage 2 that evolves from it, you can put it on top of it. So you can just completely skip the middle stage.
That's nice.
So what you can do is if you can like rare candy a Meganium, and then use its ability to evolve another Meganium, then use that Meganium's ability to evolve a Nidoqueen. And there's a Nidoqueen that as an attack for a triple colorless, which you can use the new 3CE to attack with. That does 10 plus 50 for each of your stage 2s in play. Or wait, no, each of your evolved. Wait, one of the two. Each of your evolved Pokemon in play. So it's for a lot, and then you can also play like Swampert to use Power Draw to draw a lot of cards. And it's a fun non-GX hard hitting deck. So there's a lot of good stuff going around, and then of course like rogue decks like Caleb's deck and other stuff. So it's not. I wouldn't say it's the game's not bad right now, but still a little mundane.
Definitely at least a little bit what?
It's a little. It's still, of course, a little mundane. It's not. It hasn't picked up too much. Everyone's still just trying to figure it out. Losing Ultra Ball, losing DCE, just definitely cost a lot. And everyone's just trying to figure it out. So it's kind of where we're at right now.
Well, and I feel like that's why Fire Decks are so prominent right now, is because of Welder. So because basically it is the DCE. Of
Yeah, it
Fire
gives a
Decks.
DCE exactly.
So I mean, like, by the fact that you've taken it out, it like just puts Fire up here automatically as top tier.
Right.
Just by doing that.
Mhm.
And I'm not saying that other decks can't, do that. Like, I mean, obviously, I've found my own way to try to do that with my Venomoth deck.
Yeah.
But at the same time, though, like I even explained with my deck, one of the greatest weaknesses is if I get stuck with one energy attached to my Venomoth, then I'm going to be super reliant on pulling those triple acceleration energies every turn.
Right.
Otherwise, I won't be attacking.
Mhm.
And I can easily get punished for it for either a lot of damage or knockout.
Right. I'm hoping to showcase some of those decks on the channel sometime soon, but I still gotta get Premiere back and find the time. And that's about it. So, but hopefully we can start doing these streams more and showing off some battles, maybe some more packs, stuff like that. More discussion.
Oh yeah, for sure. I will say though, I think it's like I will say I'm actually excited for this
Format?
standard.
Yeah.
Yeah, format. Thank you. Because
Me too.
Because like I said, it's I think it's doing a pretty good job so far of like giving players enough power, with the exception of Welder giving too much power.
Yep.
But I think it's doing a good job of trying to give players enough power to where they can get themselves set up, but not too much. Lysander and Guzma, to where like you won't. That's not something you have to worry about every time.
Right.
Or if or if it's happened to you once, you know that they can only do it one more time.
Exactly.
Because I will say, I feel like that kills a lot of the strategy in the game, is whenever it's just like, I want that out, and I kill it.
Well, it's like, I saw a video a while back, and it was like 87% of games were won with a switch card, be it Lysander or Guzma, which is pretty crazy that many games would be won, rather than strategically knocking out multiple Pokemon or some other way.
Well, I like, yeah, I don't say I feel like that some of those decks that could have like actually been interesting to see, like back whenever Gardevoir came out, like there was the Gallade EX as well, the Mega Gallade, and it honestly had a really good attack and like setup, because I mean, you could have run the Trevenant, to break.
Right.
Yes, that might mean you're running item lock, which is stupid, by the way. I think Pokemon's learned their lesson after Trevenant.
Yes, I agree.
But still, even if it was just a regular Trevenant to a Trevenant break, like, all you'd have to do is get that one Trevenant break to get its attack off, and then Mega Gallade would just been popping off, slaying every single one of those of the opponent's Pokemon, or weaken them so low by the next time they bring out the next Mega Gallade, it's gonna get one-shotted.
Right.
And by the time like it gets 2 or 3 turns in, your Pokemon are either gonna die by the next Gallade attack, or they're going to die by getting hit by the main part of his attack, which I think would have been so cool, and it would have been awesome to Mega Gallade to shut down Night March, because honestly, that's what we needed. We needed a Gallade.
But it was the fact that Night March could just be like, hey, you know that Mega Glade you're setting up, Lysandered up and one-shot it. So.
Yeah, that was the problem with it.
Yep.
And I think that's why I get annoyed with some decks that are really powerful, is because it's so powerful. It's like, okay, well, what am I going to do to counter this? And it's just like, well, hey, you can run this item lock, Trevenant to stop. Yeah, but I really don't want it. You're not going to win it. Like,
Yeah, right. So.
You know, like it's like either decks have to incorporate this card into their deck because it's that good, and so it's just too much, you know.
Yeah.
Now, one card I will say I was okay with it as a staple in decks for a little bit before it was removed out of format, which was the Alolan Vulpix.
Mm-hmm.
That was pretty nice. Does it allow you to search for 2 Pokemon, or is it 2 cards?
2 Pokemon.
2 Pokemon, yeah. Still, either way, that was a good ability, and it wasn't like busted. Like, I mean, it wasn't like overwhelmingly.
Yeah.
And it like, and people got a lot of use out of it, and for most part, it was the main thing that set up decks.
Yeah.
And I thought that's great, that's fine, because it's helping you set up a deck, or like
Exactly.
set up your plays, trying to get you going. That's why I like my shuffle, because that's what it does. It discards cards right from my deck to the discard pile. So as soon as I'm ready to attack with the shuffle, it's
good to go.
Giving out those energies.
Yep.
Like little candies, like rare candies. But yeah, like I like those cards, and I feel like those are more of the cards we should be seeing in meta decks. Is cards that are
little setup cards.
Yeah, like one of the cards I absolutely was annoyed by at one time. I was kind of okay with not completely because it was still kind of busted. Was the Volcanion? I think it was just the regular. It wasn't the GX or the EX.
Mm-hmm.
It was just a Volcanion Hollow, and didn't it allow you to like grab a few energies from your discard pile and put them onto your Pokemon? Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it 2 or was it 3?
2.
It was 2. Yeah.
Yep.
So yeah. But either way, it was like I was kind of okay with it because it's like, okay, well they're using this card because it helps them set up.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's great because we get to see some play from some weaker cards.
Right.
Like, again, Alolan Vulpix. But whenever you make the card where it's like, hey, let's just make it where they can't do anything.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like, that's not fun.
Right.
That's
for anyone.
It's like, if you're going to restrict a player from being able to do something, do it where either it takes a phenomenal amount of like planned out strategy or skill in your play for it to happen. Like, I mean, we have the new item lock card, but it's got a really big cost for it, which is returning 1 Pokemon. You said it was a stage 2 or is it stage 1?
Stage 2.
It's stage 2?
Yep. Wait, for what?
So, like the item lock card, the one that we were talking about, Chad.
Oh, stage 1.
Running.
Stage 1.
It's stage 1. Okay. Yeah. Either way, it's not a basic, and even if it was, the rest of the ability makes it where that card goes back into the deck.
Yep.
So it's not like it. And it's actually, well, I guess it would be still kind of busted if it was a basic, but it's not. It's a stage 1, and it's good because that means unless they've got a whole line of that Pokemon just set up and not ready to just be sniped by the opponent, then they're gonna be taking 2 turns to item lock them again.
Yeah. So not too bad.
So yeah, I think that's good. I think that's good for cards to be doing that. I don't think it's good for cards when Night March and Trevenant item lock.
Yeah,
so,
I agree.
Just the fact that was just an ability that's just gross. It wasn't even an attack. That's the worst part. It wasn't even an attack.
No.
The GX had to attack in order for it to. The Trevenant is just like, nope, your item locked.
Yeah. Well, we have been streaming for an hour and a half. I think we've had some nice discussion. We've had those pack openings, but there are a few things I need to do, including some laundry that I need to do before it gets too late. So.
Yeah. Well, and also well, first of all, I gotta put some new cards into my deck, and also, I've got to do some other things tonight,
Yeah.
or I kind of want to do some other things tonight because it's my only day off this week. I have 2 doubles.
I feel you there. I feel you there.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, so
we'll have to talk some other night this week or next week or sometime. Figure out this trade. Get your decks out of the way. I like this format of stream though. We should definitely try it again, where we do like maybe some battles, then just discussion, or talk while we're battling, stuff like that. So
yeah, I think we should definitely do a battle time.
maybe
think
we
that
could.
might be good.
Yeah.
Like if we're planning to do this once a month, maybe what we could do is we could do the next. So like since we did pack opening this one,
Mhm.
what we could do battles.
Yeah.
The next one.
Mhm.
So that way we're building up our bank accounts and we're not like just spending all our money
Right.
every
Being
month.
smart.
Yeah, let's actually be smart. I mean, if we can get 2 streams in a month, that's great. If we can get that to happen.
We could also maybe if we were able to maybe somehow make a schedule. That way we can like make sure other people know that we're about to stream. So we get some other discussion in the chat
for
as well.
Sure.
So
Yeah, I think because I've noticed that a lot of YouTube channels schedules now for when they plan to upload stuff and
Mhm.
everything like that. And I was
Yeah.
pretty consistent about that for a while, and then the year break. So
yeah. Which maybe you should at least make an update video or something.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I do too.
See-
I need to make one as well. So, but
yeah.
yeah.
So, but I have some videos, and I still have some videos in particular because it's gonna be great.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
trust me, one of my Vanguard videos, I can't wait for you to see it.
Well, I'm ready.
It's pretty fantastic. So I think you're
All
gonna
right.
have one play. But anyways.
I'm ready.
So, anyways, thank you guys for watching this stream.
If you like the stream, make sure you leave a like or a dislike, depending on your thoughts on it.
Yep.
Any
And,
closing
hey.
any closing words, K Slash?
I mean, I was just gonna say, if you have any comments, you there, or in regular videos, they put it down below,
Yeah.
that kind of thing. Any last comments or words that I have to say is not really much other than just thank you guys for joining us. Glad you came by at all for the stream.
Yeah.
I know we've been gone for a year, but hopefully, if we can make this work, we'll be able to at least come back once a month to give you guys hopefully some entertaining content to watch.
Yeah.
And so
Hopefully
and
a better
that we can get started at the next pack battle.
hopefully also a better camera that you can actually see me wave and not whatever this is. So I'm moving. I promise I'm moving a lot, except it's not a lot, but it feels a lot. But yeah. I didn't say this before. I don't think I did. K/Slash's channel. His link will be down in the description. Check it out. Not in the iCard because I don't think I set those up, but it'll be down below. Make sure you check those out. His picture should be over here. My picture should be down here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking.
So yeah. My name is Master Jigglypuff with.
K/Slash.
And if you didn't hear him the first time, his name is K/Slash. And
Hello, boys, girls.
we'll see you guys next month.